Wow, nice move. Now can he hang on to it? Oh, nice move.
He slots into third.
Oh, somebody's in the wall. We got a bunch of them. Oh, what a traffic
lots
jam.
of cars in the. Tony Kanata is involved, so is Graham Rahal and
Marco
Beatrice.
Andretti's
Marco,
in there.
yep.
And Beatrice.
That's not what we wanted to see. Well,
Yeah,
let's take a look at it. This is Simon Pagenaud on board.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
It was like 4 or 5 of these guys couldn't go anywhere. You see the ABC car there. Sato does a beautiful job sliding that car in there. Now watch here. Conway goes boom, and then everybody just piles up behind him.
You are right.
Whoa, baby. They hung on to it. Oh, Bourdais, Castro Neves,
no.
Hildebrand. That is not good.
Where are they? They're on the racetrack, I guess.
Kimball is into it as well.
Oh, there's Pagenaud.
How did this happen?
The track will be blocked here. They're going to have to hustle these safety workers to get these guys going. Castroneves is still running. It's more than likely it's going to be difficult for him to get back to the front. Let's watch this replay. There's Bourdais getting into the back of Castroneves, who looked like he had already had contact with somebody else.
And he couldn't turn.
Couldn't turn the car.
On board with Pagenaud. And here, Elliott
he tries to go around the outside.
And poor Pagenaud just...
Second place overall. It's Simon Pagenaud. That's your question, though, isn't it? He's still running it. Wow, and he gets the wall. Simon Pagenaud gets the wall. Quick little twist, but I wonder if he got a time in because he did it right at the time line. Simon Pagenaud, with the accident at the end, still runs a quick lap at a 59.3. That's good enough.
It's impossible to see those puddles as you're racing up behind some gearbox. That's Bourdais, Hunter Ray, and Simon Pagenaud. Big contact into the tires for Bourdais. 3 cars at least are off.
Ryan Hunter Ray, Sebastian Bourdais.
I don't really think there's much damage to his car.
He can get his gear.
Yeah, I'm all right. See if we can see what happens.
He's off on his own. Yeah.
Was he off on his own, or was it contact with Hunter Ray?
Jeez. That impact from Hunter Ray's car to
Looked like Simon was going to the outside of Hunter Ray. The question is, when did he get there? How long was he there, etc.
You're on board with Graham Rahal. You see Pagenaud on the outside, the car to the right up front. Just had no room, and then comes back across. He ran out of room at the exit, and I'm not sure if he ran out or but Hunter.
Oh,
a problem just
Simon.
as we went to break.
Championship leader Simon Pagenaud.
We talked about being safe, not doing anything to risk those points. Don't do anything here that you don't need to do.
So I talked earlier about the marbles, and I wonder if he just got a little high mid-corner and it just took off on him. You could see the black marks as he tried to lock up and prevent impact, but once you're high, there's really no chance to get the car back to the groove.
Did I see a puff of smoke out of the back of the car before the car drifted up high? Did it bottom out, perhaps?
I believe that would have been him locking the brakes, so there he's up early already.
Now, it was well before what you were talking about when the brakes locked. It was more at the entry to the corner, but for some reason the car just gets loose, slides up high.
It's a tough fight, and Scott knew it was going to be that way today. Meanwhile, Simon Pagenaud off track.
About 2 more laps here.
2 more laps. He's pushing to the limit, Townsend. He's going for lap times. He's got 2 more laps to pit. Kyle Moore came on the radio, but that just gave up at least 2 or 3 seconds of his advantage as he locks up.
Maybe not, though. That's a shortcut. That's a shorter distance. So what Pagenaud needs to be careful of is that lap time does not register an advantage, or else that shortcut mistake will be subject to review. So Pagenaud
Preferred braking line, but Will wants it back.
Here comes teammate on teammate. Power on the inside. Pagenaud got hit by Rahal.
Rahal into the back of Pagenaud. Pagenaud with a perfect 360, but you have to think there's damage to the back of the 22 car.
Oh, he's out. Rear damage, so he could be out of the race. It looks like the wheel is broken. He got hit so hard.
Oh, wow.
Either hit that on the wall, but he's definitely going to lose a lap. He's going to have to go on the hook, because we see the replay. Graham Rahal coming down the outside. He didn't lock it up at all. He just drove it right into the back, and he bent the suspension. I see the suspension's bent, and then it got hit on the wall as well.
And Ryan Hunter Ray in the yellow and red car taking avoidable and evasive action, I should say. This is real time. Look to the left.
Hard hit.
Pronghorn. The orange and blue Honda, there it is there. That's Dixon. Oh, there was contact in the middle. Rosenquist, around goes Pato O'Ward. And a big contact head on with one of the ABC cars, one of the AJ Foyt Chevrolets. I think it's Tony Kanaan. And Chilton gets through. Kanaan's teammate Lace is in the car. And Simon Pagenaud, the Indy 500 champ, is in that.
Let's see how this all starts. You got Bourdais shooting up the inside, but further back, I think that's Simon Pagenaud making a lunge on Marcus Ericsson, and then Rosenquist and Power and all of these guys get together.
Yeah, Pagenaud ran into the back of his teammate Power, and then Kanaan came in there and drop kicked Pagenaud and flattened the rim. So it all kind of really started from Simon kind of stuffing slices and dices through there.
So when Power checked up, that sort of caused Ericsson and they got into a ward, and then Pagenaud tried to slow down, but Kanaan was coming through and got into the back of Pagenaud. So just the accordion effect, is tough to really single out anybody in that situation.
How about Rosenquist? He was bicycling it. He's got a youngster who wants to make his mark in this series and in this IndyCar world. They're jumping out of line. There's a collision. Rossi, Pagenaud, Andretti, Carpenter.
Askew.
Oh my goodness.
Very late start, and everybody was keyed up to go. It looked like a bunch of cars jumped out of line and ran into the back.
Look at what happened here. We're watching Simon Pagenaud there.
These guys in the back here start jumping out real quick.
Pagenaud went first.
No, it was Askew. Askew ran into the back of Pagenaud and kind of started the whole thing.
I know, but Pagenaud kind of got the jump. Paul jumped out of line, and there goes Pagenaud. There goes Pagenaud. Now Askew comes and to follow and has to jump on the brakes. And so it was three cars that thought everybody was going, and it all checked up. Accordion to
Colton Herta, Alexander Rossi, Scott Dixon, Romain Grosjean, Felix Rosenquist, and Marcus Ericsson.
Penske cars
Power
each other in the wall.
Pagenaud, Sato, many more, and we have a traffic jam and a stoppage.
Will Power stuffed his car down the inside of his teammate and put Simon Pagenaud right into the wall. Will Power back here. He goes down the inside of his teammate right here, and then just drives right into the side of him right there and shoves his teammate right into the wall.
Cody Ware had big.
And I'll bet Pagenaud didn't know Power was there. Pagenaud checked up, Power pounced and tried to squeeze his way through, and then they both just got collected. That's really more of a racing incident, Paul. Teammates aside, Pagenaud checked up. I'm sure at the moment Power was...
I'm telling you.
Oh my goodness.
Five trouble, guys.
Simon Pagenaud is in the garden.
I've never seen an Indy car in the garden.
Pagenaud's doing some edge trimming.
Simon Pagenaud in the Meyer Shank Honda, side by side with Takuma Sato for some gardening work right at the fountain. And then Scott McLaughlin gets into the back of Rinus VeeKay, a multi-car incident here. VeeKay avoids him, McLaughlin tags the back of VeeKay, chaos at the fountain, and there is a